Lens hood. I don't know why that's there. Hey guys, what's new? I am back in London finally. It's been a pretty long week, I won't lie. Dublin was great and I was really wanting to get some nice footage for you. I did actually go out to shoot something nice and I didn't put an SD card in the camera. Even after making a vlog about, you know, being prepared and all of that, I go out without an SD card in my camera. Like, just look before you go outside. But today I want to talk about a bit more about kind of preparation. Working with actors is one of the most exciting parts of directing. I love it. It's where I get the passion to direct. I think directing, you know, it's all about the story and getting that story across. And whilst there's so many elements to that, obviously the cinematography, the music, the hair and makeup, the costume, everything. The performance is what people are watching, and a bad performance can undo all of that hard work, and a good performance can allow the other work maybe not to live up to the same height. So in today's vlog, I'm going to give you 5 directing tips for working with actors. Now, I want to preface this vlog by saying the best way to know on how to work with actors is 1, to go and do it, and 2, to talk to actors themselves, listen to them, hear their feedback, understand what they want from a director. Every actor will be different, every director will be different, but there are some key fundamental things that will just make you a better director. So here's 5 that I personally believe to be the case. Number 1, don't try to do their job. You're a director. You should direct them, you shouldn't be showing them how to do something. I don't imagine an actor would ever want me to deliver a line and say, now do that. Imagine if a producer came up to you and pretended to be a director for 2 minutes and then said, great, do that. You'd be so annoyed. That's why, as a director, you should be finding different ways to channel their creativity, channel their expressions. Just don't try to do their job. You know, there's so many other ways that you can get the delivery out of them. That is the worst way in my mind, and I think a lot of actors would agree on that one. My second tip is to know what you want, but to be adaptable in how you get it. Now, every actor wants to have a director that they think has a vision, has a clear goal of what they want to achieve, but they also want to have some sort of creative input into it, because at the end of the day, an actor is a specialist in their skill set, just as you are in yours. To just assume that an actor is going to come on and deliver everything exactly how you expected it is pretty naive. And also, it's a narrow mindset, because actually their viewpoint might have more realism, it might have more dynamic to it. You should be open to adapting. I think it's really important to have like a clear key vision of what you want, and that way as a leader people can rally around you. But if someone suggests something, as long as you've got time, then experiment and have fun and see what can come out of it. And that's why you can get rehearsals, brilliant. Very hard to get rehearsals for a film job. But even if you don't, try and just set, you know, an extra half hour before the scene, or an extra hour if you can, to try different things and really see what the actors might have. Listen to them, you know, it's all about communication and collaboration when it comes to working with actors. It's a crucial thing not to think that you know best about every department, because let's be honest, you don't. As a director, your specialism is getting the performance out of them and crafting the story to where you see the end goal. If you don't have an end goal, then you're not really going to be crafting anything. And equally, if you're not prepared to see what might help you get there, a different route or a faster route or better route, then you're going to potentially miss out on taking it to the next level. That's my second tip. The third tip, and I think this one's crucial, you need to give them lots of time and preparation beforehand, before getting onto the shoot. Learning lines is on their responsibility, but it's up to you to give them as much chance as you can to, 1, not only learn the script, which allows you to then have more freedom on the day and blocking and actually getting the delivery you want, but also giving them background information, give them a backstory, give them information if it's based on a real person, give them as much material as you can beforehand. Motives are so important. When an actor says, what's my motivation, you should know. If you don't know as a director, then you clearly don't know the script very well. What I like to do, if and when I can, is to give a backstory and a motivation to an actor along with the script, and say, here's the script, but here's why the character is how they are, how I see them as a director. Also, I'm open to you coming at it from other views. Maybe you want to go further into the backstory. Maybe you want to explore the younger years and see, actually, is that the key motivation? Or maybe there's a greater motivation there that I'm not seeing as a director, that you can as the character. Allow that freedom from them by giving them the time. As a director, you've got so much to worry about in pre-production. You have literally hundreds of things. But by doing just this one extra thing for them, just giving them that character profile will allow them to then do so much work without you having to then work on it on the day. As long as the actor is into the story and is keen to do the preparation, they will. Actors love developing characters, they love getting into characters, they want layers. No one wants a simple flat character. It's just boring, it's dull to watch, and it must be dull to perform, I imagine. Actors do talk to each other about directors. You know, if they say, oh, I've worked with X, Y and Z, they want to know what they're like. If you can be that director that the actors are talking about as the person who went, oh, they were great, they, you know, gave me a backstory, they gave me motivation, they also gave me freedom to experiment, to learn, they gave me the script 3-4 weeks in advance. Communication again. Communication is key for everyone. Filmmaking is hard, there's lots of last minute requests, it's always a bit of a scramble. You know, the script should be the starting point for the film. The actor should get the script quite early on. As soon as you choose who the actor is, give them the script, give them a flavour and a chance to learn and a chance to delve into that character. Alright, let's move on. On the day, just like pre-production, you've got so much to think about. You might have a very technical sequence going on and you're worrying about the lighting, you're worrying about this and that, when your next shot is, all of these elements. But as much as you can, and I know this is hard if you're a one-man band or a small film crew, try to leave that to the relevant departments. If there's a big technical sequence, leave that with the camera department, with the grip department, whoever it may be, and focus on the performance. A performance can make or break a scene, and you can have the most extravagant, beautiful sequence. If the delivery's not there, no one's going to buy it. The performance is the focus point of all films. Now, when an actor performs, they want to know that someone's watching, they want to know that someone cares. Otherwise, they're going to start losing their enthusiasm and they'll just be reading lines and they might read them wrong, or maybe they just won't give it what you want them to. As long as they feel like their performance is being watched, then they will deliver every time. Because you don't want to nail that one extravagant take and the line is wrong or something's not quite right. And my fifth and final point, my final directing tip for working with actors, has gone from my head. Let's look at the laptop. This is actually incredible that I've just forgotten this. Have a notebook with everything written down so you don't forget anything. That just sums that point up so well. So having a notebook on set with techniques that you can bring to the set when you need to will save your bacon, or bacon if you're vegetarian, when you need to try and get that performance out of them and you just can't. There's no use just having no idea on how to change performance and getting irate with them or them getting upset because you're not getting it right. It's on you to develop and adapt their performance with them. It's not on them to come up with your perfect performance without any guidance. Now, a really good idea here is, as a director, go to an acting class. Go learn the language, go learn the techniques. If you can change the motivation, it changes the complete reading of the scene. And that's a really good way to get a different performance from an actor. Rather than just saying, can you give it more, I want you to be more high energy, anything like this. Whilst that's all useful, you can say, I want you to pretend that this has just happened before this scene, or your character has just discovered this fact. Change the motivation, you'll change the performance. It's as simple as that. It will let you write down things that come up on the day. Maybe an actor will throw out an idea, you can write it down, and it might not work for that scene, but later down the line you think, do you know what? That idea works really well here, or that motivation works really well here. So they are my 5 top tips for directing actors. Like I say, one of the best things you can do is go talk to actors and go watch plays, go do workshops, really get involved with it. And now I'm going to go have a pint at the pub in the sun. That's right, I know this upload will probably be a little bit later when it's dark, I apologise about that. But tomorrow, go enjoy your pint. Alright guys, take it easy.
Yeah.